I'm Stephen Yan from Macquarie, here for Monty TV at the Montgomery Summit in Santa Monica. I'm joined by Tim Nollen, who covers the media and advertising space at Macquarie Securities, who'll be giving us some insights into the conference and what he's seeing in his sector right now.
Well, I think one of the most important things going on with media and advertising these days is the importance of data and the importance of measurement in data. A lot of the companies here at this conference are very focused on the nuts and bolts of providing better quality data that really supports the media environment. If you go back to Monday, we had WPP, the large, multinational ad holding company, report earnings, and they spent quite a bit of time in their presentation talking about data and measurement. They've made some investments in some public companies that provide better measurement to help support their ad placements. And you see a lot of press about Nielsen these days introducing an online campaign rating system, which can help the TV companies to close this gap with a lot of these lost ad dollars. I think there's really a lot of inefficiency right now in the media market, and a lot of that is driven by the fact that there's just so much information and so many companies doing so many different things. A lot of the companies here are very active in this. So the upshot to this is that there is, I think, a real drive to improve the efficiency of advertising. A lot of the companies here, for example, are involved in programmatic ad buying. They're involved in data and measurement. And what we're seeing, I think, from the agency perspective is a demand for higher quality data with better measurement to understand what viewer behavior is so that they can better target advertising to those consumers. Viewer behavior is certainly changing. Just as an example, we've seen traditional TV ratings fall off dramatically this year at most networks. I mean, down double digits in a lot of cases. But that doesn't really mean that people are watching 10% less TV. It just means they're not watching TV on their living room TV set in the Live plus 3-day window, which is the official rating standard. Of course, people are watching on their smartphones and their tablets and their connected devices, and everybody knows this, but there is not really a very good measurement system currently commercialized and in place to capture that. Not to say it doesn't exist. There are systems that exist. So the technology is there, but it's kind of a matter of the logistics and the politics of getting the industry to adopt these systems to better capture that. One of the interesting things with Netflix over the last few years is while they certainly have changed consumer behavior and they've changed the way that TV studios can make money, and they've certainly altered the way that the networks have probably lost some viewership. At the same time, they've not really disrupted as in hurt the traditional media players. They have been actually quite supportive to that. They've also prompted the rise of other over-the-top services, such as you mentioned HBO, of course, now launching its service. I believe it's next month via Apple. It's a bold move, I think, by HBO. We've seen also, of course, CBS has launched an OTT service. Nickelodeon is launching an OTT service. So what I think is happening is there is no single replacement for the bundle. So I think the traditional media companies that have content that they think they can monetize are going after the broadband-only households to try to get them to become paying customers. And because Netflix has not led to much cord cutting, in my opinion, and because there's no real replacement for a full bundle service, I think these companies are confident that they can just add viewership from these other platforms. It will be very interesting to watch how HBO proceeds. I thought it was interesting that they're going with a 3-month period via Apple exclusively, which is maybe something of a test case to see how much actual cord cutting there may be. But in the case of HBO, in my opinion, they're doing this as well as a method of, ironically, trying to drive pay TV subscribers as well. What they're actually doing is kind of holding up the sign to their traditional pay TV operators to say, look, you can make money by promoting our service on your pay TV platform, and that's actually better for all of us. By going over the top, they're kind of saying to the traditional pay TV companies, look, people might drop the pay TV bundle, and then they'll be using up your broadband capacity. And that might be good for us, that might or might not be good for you, but in either case for us, we can make money either way.
That was Tim Nollen from Macquarie Securities discussing the media and advertising space here at the Montgomery Summit.